Hi students, welcome to our chemistry class. Our chapter name is Changes Around Us. This is one new chapter and this is the 6th chapter in your textbook. And you can see this on page number 46. So our chapter name is Changes Around Us, 6th chapter, and you can see it on 46 page number. And in this chapter we are discussing about the changes, different types of changes. Actually, what is this change? We can see with all region different types of changes are there. That means in all people or all days people live in hut. And still we are living in hut? No. We are living in tile houses, and then now we are living in flat, villa and all. So here you can see a change occurs. All people live in hut, then the people live in some sort of other house which is more better than this hut, and now we are living in flat, villa, and it is having number of stairs. First it is only one stair, then 2 stair, 3 stair, 4 stair, like it is getting big. That means here we can see a change. A change occurs. Not only for this, you can see change in all the region. How we use the phone in the old days? Is it still our smartphone from the 10 or 30 years back? No. In the old days, there is no mobile phone. And first of all, we just used land phone. And after many years, we introduced mobile phone or cell phone, and it was very small one. And the purpose of this phone is only to call, only to make calls. And nowadays we are using smartphone. We are using smartphone. And for this smartphone, we can use it as clock, alarm, camera, like all the things, music player, everything is possible with this smartphone. But old phone was very simple. It's only possible to make calls. So this phone is changed to our smartphone. There also you can see some sort of changes. And which are the other regions we can see the change? That means from the beginning of our universe itself, many things are getting changed day by day, we can say. And in the old days where the people write things, they used some sort of leaves to write. And then we used, and still we are using books to write. And today it's possible we can write on the tab with some sort of pen and all. So, here also you can see the change. That means, within our daily life, we are facing different types of changes. And then, another type of changes are within the tree. The old examples I mentioned is the changes that occurs with number of years. And now I am going to tell some of the changes that occurs within a day and all. So for this tree it is having number of leaves and all. And at first this leaf is there at pale green color. Then after some time or some days, then this green color is turned into dark green, and then after it fall, what happens? It will get into dry. So this pale green leaf to this dry leaf, it's also a type of change. It is also a type of change. And the another thing, this is is one flower bud. This is a type of flower bud. And at first it is like this, and after some time or after 1 day or 2, you can see that this will bloom. And this is actually also a type of change. That means the bud which is bloomed to a flower is a type of change, and after that what happens? It will dry. The flower will dry. So here also we can say it is a type of change. So in your daily life, in your surroundings, you can see number of changes are there. And the other example mentioned in your textbook is this: the change occurs in our body. What changes occurs within our body? Within our body, we are having food, and so one thing, we may get fat. We may get fat. And another thing, we are getting tall. That is also a type of change. And our nails are growing, our hair is growing, all the things. This is also the change that occurs within our body. This is also a type of change. So, these all are the changes that we can see or observe in our daily life. Now, you just want to do this. Just list some of the changes that you observe in your surroundings. Whatever changes, no problem. Just note it in your rough note or somewhere. 6 changes that observe in your surroundings. That is one of your homework. You want to note the changes that you observe in your daily life. And we are going back to our topic. Here we mentioned different types of changes. Now the question is this: do all these type of changes are alike? They are all same? That is a question. Actually, they are not alike. They are having their own difference. And the thing is this: how we can classify this change? We can classify this change into different types that we are going to discuss. The first thing is this: is it possible to reverse the change? Is it reversed? That is the first thing we want to study in this chapter. That means, do this change is reversible or not? That means, first we can discuss about activity 1. For that, we need one balloon. In my hand, there is no balloon. So, before filling air, my balloon is like this. Before filling air, this balloon is like this. Now, I am filling air on this balloon. So, my balloon is stretched to a big one by expanding with the help of air. You know, simple. And then, again, I am leaving the air from this balloon. I am leaving the air from this balloon. That is, it is giving out. Now, what happens? It will go back to this state. When I am leaving the air out, it will go back to the initial shape. So, can I say, is it a reversible change occurs? When I am filling air in the balloon, it is a type of change. So, that change enlarged our balloon. And when I am releasing the air to the atmosphere, again, it is there in the shape of our previous first balloon. So, I can say the filling of air inside a balloon is reversible. Or it is reversed. We can reverse this activity or this balloon. So, that is the first activity. Now, we are going to discuss about the second activity. Activity number 2. For this activity, we need a piece of paper. For the second activity, we need one paper. And here I am going to fold this paper. folding this piece of paper is a type of change. It is a type of change. So here at first our paper is a big piece. Big paper piece. And now you can see I am folding it and it is there in a small shape or small size. So I can say this big paper is changed. There occurs a change. Now the question is this, is it possible to reverse this change? That means, is it possible to change this small piece of paper to this big one? Of course we can. That means when I am opening this paper back, then it is back to our old paper. So I can say folding paper is also reversible or it is reversed. This is our second activity. I hope it's clear for you. And now the third activity is about our dough. That means the dough which is making our chapati and dough. At first I am just taking some dough and rolling it into a ball. I am just making this dough in a ball. Now I am taking a roll and rolling it and making this ball into a round shape chapati. We are making chapati, roti and all. So this ball is converted to a flat thin chapati. Now is it possible to convert this chapati? I am not cooking this, I am just pressing this. So that is the only thing happens here. And now my question is this, is it possible to reverse this chapati to this roll? Chapati means the uncooked chapati. Is it possible to turn this into the old ball? Yeah, of course. When I am taking this chapati and roll it again, then we can make the ball again. So I can say this is also reversible. So these are the three activities. First, the activity we explained using the balloon. The second one we explained using the paper, and the third one is about the dough. These are the three activities explained in your textbook, and these three activities or three examples are reversible. That means we can convert the change to the initial state. So we can say it is reversible. Now with the same set of things I am going to do other type of change. And again we are checking, is it possible to reverse it or not. So again we are taking the balloon. That is the activity number 4. Activity 4. That is, I am taking the air-filled balloon. At first our balloon was like this, not filling air, so it is like this. And when I am filling the air, our balloon is expanded and be like this. And now I am just taking a pin and touch on this balloon. What happens? It will burst out. It will burst out. Then, is it possible to go back to its previous state? No, it is not reversed. Because when I am putting pin on this, then our balloon will be some sort of like this. It got break. So, I can say it is not reversible. Now it is not reversible. When I am just filling air and leaving, then it will go back to its previous state. But when I am putting a pin on this, then what happens? It's burst, and then I can say it is not reversible. Not reversible. This is our activity 4. I hope it's clear for you. Now we are moving to the activity 5. Activity 5. So this is very simple. For this we need one paper and scissors. First we just took the paper and fold it and open. Then it reversed. Now Now I am just taking the scissors and cutting this in a particular shape, any type of shape. Now I am just opening this. Now you can see this is one piece and the further thing is this. Is it possible to reverse it back to the previous state? No, the shape is converted. At first our paper was in the shape of this, and now after cutting it may be some sort of shape. So we can say this is not reversible. Not reversible. So that is about our activity 5, and we are going to discuss the activity 6. For the activity 6, we are using the dough again. That is, first our dough is in the shape of ball, and when I am pressing this, this is made into thin chapati. And now I am going to put this chapati on a fry pan. I am just putting this chapati on a fry pan, and now what happens? Our chapati is cooked. Our chapati is cooked. Now, is it possible to reverse this cooked chapati to old ball of dough? No, obviously no. So we can say it is not reversible. Not reversible. So that is about this. These are the last 3 activities, 4, 5, 6 mentioned in your textbook. It is not reversible. Not all the activities are reversible. That means we discussed about the balloon. When we burst out the balloon, then it is not reversible. The second activity, we cut the paper, then it is not at all reversible. And here, after cooking the chapati, it is also not reversible. That means these all activities, the activity 1 to 6, all occur some sort of changes. But for some changes, it is reversible, but some are not reversible. That is the point mentioned using these 6 activities. I hope it's clear for you. And also some other examples mentioned in your textbook. That means we are using pencil to write, and we are sharpening that. So when we are writing with pencil, what happens? Our pencil is getting small after the sharpening. So what about the change occurs here? Is it reversible or not? Obviously it is not reversible. And also we are using eraser to rub the pencil marks and all. And when we are rubbing this rubber on a surface, on our book, what happens? It is getting reduced. So the reduction of the size of our rubber or eraser is reversible or not? It is not reversible. So the case of our pencil and eraser is not reversible. We can say it like that. And the another example mentioned in your textbook is about the pot making. You may, so that we are making pots with the help of some sort of wheel like this. So on this wheel we are placing the pot and we are shaping the pot by placing on this wheel. At that time this clay is raw material. That means I can shape this pot into whatever shape. That means I can make long pots, or if I can take this into a ball or roll, that means the raw material, the raw clay, is it reversible or not? We can make this into back to the old state of our clay. So we can say the raw material of the clay which making our pot is can be reversible. And after making the pot, we can put this pot into oven. We can bake this pot. That means we want to burn this. And after baking this pot, what happens? This pot will get into rigid, that is very strong. And now, is it possible to turn this pot to the old clay, soft clay? No, not at all happens. The thing is this, after baking the pot, it is getting into strong. It is not possible to convert to the soft pot. When we are trying to soften that, what happens? The pot will break and nothing will happen, and it is not possible to make this into soft clay. So, the initial stage, when we are making the pot, that soft clay we can reverse. But for the thing that after baking this pot is strong, it is not possible to reverse it into the soft clay. So that's also mentioned in your textbook. So you just want to understand that some of the cases, some of the examples for this, for the changes are reversible and some are not. That's all. So just take your textbook. On the page number 48, you can see some of the examples. Now we are going to fill that. The table is 6.1 and within the table, the first row is this. They are just giving some sort of changes. We want to identify, is it reversible or not? Reversible or not? The question 1, that is in the first column, you can see raw egg to boiled egg. Raw egg to boiled egg. That is a type of change. Raw egg to boiled egg. And the question is this, is it possible to convert the boiled egg to raw egg? No, it is not reversible. No. That is the first thing. The second is batter to idli. Batter to idli. So, is it possible to convert this idli to batter? No, after cooking it is not possible to convert this idli to batter. So, the answer is no. Now, the third one is these 3. Wet clothes to dry. That means I am just taking a piece of cloth, putting it in water and then putting it in under sun. And so our wet clothes converted to dry. That means within our piece of cloth at first it have water. That water is escaped to our atmosphere. Now our cloth is having no water. Now the question is this, is it possible for the dry cloth to get wet without adding water extra? That means our wet content on the water is just escaped to somewhere. And now it's not possible to trap again that water on the piece of cloth. So we can say the wet clothes to dry is not reversible. It is not reversible. No. That is the third one. And the fourth one is this. Woolen yarn to knit sweater. That means here we are making a sweater using woolen yarn. And how we are making sweater? By stitching and all. So the question is this, is it possible to reverse this sweater to the woolen yarn, to the thread? Suppose we are just taking the sweater and cutting it into pieces. Is it back to the woolen yarn? No, it's not possible. It is not reversible. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 all are not possible to reverse. Now we can discuss the next one that is on the table. That is the fifth one. The fifth one is this, grain to flour. grain to flour. Grain means some sort of grains are there. We are making into powder and that's how it's for flour. So is it possible to reverse this flour to grain? No, not possible. The next example is this cold milk to hot milk. This is a type of change. We are changing the cold milk to hot milk. And now is it possible this hot milk to convert to cold milk? Of course, we can convert this hot milk to cold milk. Just put that hot milk into our refrigerator. Then what happens? That will convert to cold milk. So, yes, it is reversible for our milk. The next example is this straight string to coiled string. The example is this. Here we have one string. Suppose this is one string and straight string to coiled string. That is the change. This is the straight string and I am coiling this. Now this is the change. Straight string to coiled string. And now I can. Is it reversible or not? Now what happens? This is straight. So I can say this is reversible. This is reversible. Yes. And the next example is this bud to flower. Bud to flower. Is it possible to convert the flower back to bud? No. No. Next is milk to paneer. We are making this milk to paneer by adding some sort of chemicals and all. So, the conversion of milk to paneer, it is a type of change and the question is this paneer is a type of solid substance and is it possible to reverse this paneer back to milk? No. That is the next one. And few more examples are there included in our textbook. The next is this cow dung to biogas. Cow dung to biogas. This is the next example. So, this cow dung to biogas is a type of change. Is it possible to reverse this gas to cow dung again? No, not possible, not reversible. And next is stretch rubber band to its normal states. Rubber band to its normal state. That means I have one rubber band and I am stretching this. This is one type of change. And is it possible to reverse? Yes, it is possible to reverse. Yes. So I can write in the table. Yes. So that is the thing for here. And the last example is ice cream to molten ice cream. Molten ice cream means melt ice cream. So, is it possible to convert this molten ice cream to ice cream? Yes. Just put it into the refrigerator. What happens? This molten ice cream will convert to ice cream. So, it's possible to reverse. Yes. So, these are the answers that you want to write in your textbook. You can write in textbook itself using pencil, don't use pen. So, this is the table and the table number is 6.1. Very simple. So, this is all about our activity and today's topic we discussed about different types of changes and that changes some are reversible, some are not. So, this is all about today's class and now you want to do one homework I just gave. You want to note some of the changes that you observe in your surroundings. One homework. And now you want to do exercise 1, 2 and 3 as your homework. 1, 2 and 3. So you can do it in your textbook. It's a very simple things. So you can do it in your textbook using pencil. So these are the work for today and class. Just want to read your textbook 3-4 times and we will meet in the next class with the further topics in this chapter.